Tyson Geick of the NHL Flash here with Sam Bennett of the Calgary Flames. Sam, thanks a lot for taking the time with us, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Calgary Flames fans have to be super excited about you, man. I mean, you come into the NHL, you get a point 33 seconds into your young NHL career, and then you have a great showing in the playoffs. How was, your first few months playing with the Flames?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I had a crazy year this year. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to play this year. I thought my season might have been over with the injury, and coming back and getting a chance to play in the NHL, it's my dream since I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
So, to be able to accomplish that dream and then move on and play in the playoffs, it really was a surreal year for me, for sure.
I was blown away by your ability to get into NHL action and just adapt so fast. Was that something that was kind of surprising to you at all? Did you expect that transition?
Yeah, I wasn't really too sure what to expect. I mean, I was practicing with our team for a long time, and I felt really comfortable practicing. But obviously, games are a lot different, and I felt the pace was way faster than what I was normally used to. But I don't think it took too long for me to transition, and then after a couple games, it just felt like playing another hockey game.
So you were telling me Calgary was absolutely wild in the playoffs. What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was crazy. The fans there, they're unbelievable, and just walking around the street, I felt like everyone knew us, and everyone was wearing a Flames jersey, and we had so much support in the city, and it was just so much fun, for sure.
Going up against the Anaheim Ducks, they've got such a big team, and for yourself, I'm sure you grew up watching players like Corey Perry, Ryan Getzlaf, Ryan Kessler. Was that kind of scary for you at all?
I don't think scary. Someone told me that you can't be, I guess, falling in love and sitting back and watching, the players that I've idolized my whole life growing up. You just got to treat them like another person standing in my way of accomplishing my goals. So I guess that's really the way that I went into it. And I didn't think about that too much, but I guess now looking back at it, it's pretty cool to take a face-off against Ryan Getzlaf or play a body check on Corey Perry or something like that. It's a pretty cool moment.
So you've played one regular season game in the NHL. You've played 11 playoff games. So far, what has been the most amazing moment of your young NHL career here?
I think it was definitely when I scored my first goal. Not too many people get a chance to score, an NHL goal, and nonetheless a game winner in the playoffs. So, that was an incredible moment for me. I went back to the bench and I saw the camera on my face and on the Jumbotron. I couldn't stop smiling. I kept trying to not smile, but I just kept smiling, and it really was a pretty cool moment for me.
Okay, let's flip the script here. Your biggest nightmare so far? Is there any horror stories? Making the transition into the NHL.
Horror stories? Wow. You know what? I can't think of anything. I think a couple times, maybe for practice, I might have forgotten. Actually, what I think I did was I forgot my shot blockers in practice, and our team rule is everyone has to wear shot blockers, and the older guys on the team started giving it to me a little bit, saying that first rounders too good to wear shot blockers and all this. So. You definitely you got to listen to the older veteran guys, and if not, you're going to hear it from them for sure.
So this kid still has the rookie status, which is awesome because you're going to be going up for the Calder Trophy against a player like Connor McDavid. How sweet would it be to kind of steal the spotlight from him?
Yeah, that's definitely a pretty cool thing for me, and. Me and Connor go back since we were, I think, 8 years old. We played together for probably 7 or 8 years. So, it'll definitely be cool. It'll most likely be another Battle of Alberta, and get the chance to play against them at the highest level, that's going to be a lot of fun.
You've got to be excited with the Calgary Flames right now. I mean, so much success this year. Your team's so young, and moving forward, you would expect that it could only get better.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait for next year. Our team, everyone's going to be older and more experienced. We were a young team this year, and we proved so many people wrong. No one believed in us at all, and I definitely think that going into next year we're going to have a little bit higher expectations, but I don't see why we can't make another good run.
So I have a buddy out there, big Calgary Flames fan, and I was asking him if he had any questions for you. And one of the things he said was, why number 63?
That wasn't my choice. If I could pick, I'd be number 93. But that's one of Brian Burke's rules, I guess. He doesn't like high numbers, and that was actually a training camp number that I was given, and I couldn't change it when I came into the season so late. So I'm not really sure what number I'm gonna get next year, but it's definitely gonna have to be. I think the rule is under 40. So
interesting.
We'll see what he says.
I don't know if I've ever heard anything like that before.
Yeah, he's done it. I think he did it with the Leafs. I think Phil Kessel was the only guy that was allowed over.
Yeah.
But it's just one of his rules, I guess.
So the NHL Draft is coming up next week, and you went 4th overall last year, probably a whirlwind for you. What's going through the minds of all the prospects out there as they get ready to head down to Sunrise, Florida, and take the stage?
Well, it's a lot of not knowing.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I think a lot of people expect you, being the 4th overall pick, to know where you're going. But I can tell you, when I was sitting in my seat 2 minutes before the draft was about to start, I didn't know what team I was going to. So it's a lot of waiting around. It's a lot of nervousness, but I think really all they got to do now is just enjoy the moment, enjoy the experience, because the season's done, so there's not really too much they can control now.
So those players sitting in those seats who are going to teams and they don't know where they're going to go, are they kind of secretly crossing their fingers that they may go to a team like LA, let's say, Chicago? Yeah,
for sure. There's definitely every guy has their teams that they like more than others, and I think everyone, if they could choose, they'd have a couple teams, but at the end of the day, it's every team is an NHL team, and it doesn't really matter too much.
So you've come into Calgary, and I asked you before, is there anyone who is kind of taking you under their wing and really helped you to make that transition to the NHL as a young player? And you were telling me there's a couple guys in your team that did that for you.
Yeah, definitely. Matt Sagen and Mason Raymond. They're two guys that really looked after me my first year in the league, and I think they were injured for a lot of the year when I was doing my rehab in Calgary. So like I was saying, Matt Sagen had me over for dinner one night, and it's really nice that when you have veteran guys like that that take an interest in you and really try to make the transition easy for you.
Any goals that you've set for yourself going into the 2015-2016 season year?
I don't think so. Right now, I think I'm just really focusing on my training, focusing on getting bigger and stronger, and probably close to the season, I'll start to think about the real goals that I want to achieve this year.
We talked a bit about watching the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs after the Flames were eliminated. Did you expect the Chicago Blackhawks to take the Western Conference Final and then the Stanley Cup?
You know what? I said it was going to be the West was going to win it. I actually thought Anaheim was gonna beat Chicago, but I said in that series, whoever is going to win out of Anaheim, Chicago is going to win the Cup. So I think I kind of expected it for sure.
And one thing I asked you this before too, I've always kind of wondered, once your team is eliminated from the playoffs, or say a team doesn't make the playoffs, are there players kind of inclined to not watch? Is it something that you're still interested in?
Yeah, I mean, right after I got kicked out, I took a little break, didn't watch it too closely, but I've been a fan of the NHL. I've watched the Stanley Cup playoffs my whole life, so as soon as I got my little break, I think a ladybug on me. I think as soon as I got my break, I started watching again, and I was just a fan watching the game.
Awesome, man. Well, I have to thank you for taking the time with the NHL Flash here. Fans of the Calgary Flames and fans of the NHL really have to keep an eye out for Sam Bennett here. He's going to make some noise next season, as he did early into his NHL career. So thanks a lot, Sam.
Yeah, thank you very much.